And time now for another News9 exclusive. Shriram Finance, a leading non-banking financial company, is a prominent player in the financial services sector, particularly known for providing financing solutions to commercial vehicles and small and medium enterprises sectors. It is one of the largest players in the Indian commercial vehicle financing market. News9's Krishnakumar spoke to Umesh Revankar, Executive VP of Shriram Finance at the Bharat Mobility Global Expo. Take a look.
Conversation with Mr. Umesh Revankar, Executive Vice Chairman of Shriram Finance. Umesh, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here on News9. If I were to ask you, on that note, to talk about interest rates, you know what is happening with the interest rate cuts as far as the US Fed is concerned. How do you think, the interest rate cycle in India going to be?
See, interest rate cycle in India has been maintained for nearly a year now because of the inflation. See, inflation numbers are not really improving significantly. The comfort level of RBI is around 6% CPI, and now it's around 4%, it's around 6%. So it's around 50% more than what RBI would prefer to be. So therefore, the interest rate would remain elevated even if there is some kind of rate cut, maybe in February. It may take a while for interest rate to come down to common man because it will not happen. Transfer is not immediate. Transfer will take time. So whatever happens, it will take 6 to 9 months for the general interest rate to come down.
Okay, let's then talk about Shriram Finance. First up, tell us, how come you're here at the Bharat Mobility Expo, at the Auto Expo in Bharat Mandapam?
See, we are the leading lenders for all mobility activity. If you look at the way we have built our business model over the period, right from financing to truck to commercial, all kind of commercial vehicle, passenger vehicle, two-wheeler, construction equipment, and even tractors. So everything that moves is being financed by us, and we also have been very, very clear that we would like to lend to small ticket lending, in the sense individuals who would like to set up their business, want to start their business, we would like to be with them. So when we have a large customer base, it is better that we need to place ourselves in a right platform. So this is the right platform for us, because I would like to remind you that we are the largest two-wheeler financier now. And if you see here, many of them have come to see how many new two-wheelers are getting launched, what are the new models are likely to come, what are the three-wheelers or four-wheelers, and of course trucks. This what is for tomorrow and also for day after tomorrow. This is once in 2 years, and you normally see what is likely to come in next 2 to 4 years and how you have to imagine yourself, plan yourself for buying any asset, buying any what you call vehicles. All those things people would like to know. So we would like to be here and be in the middle of the people and also try to gauge what people's mood are. That also is very important for us to plan ourselves.
Okay, talking about the future, there has been some strategic shifts at Shriram Finance from selling off the housing finance arm to now moving into a new first-time vehicle financing, from pre-owned to new first-time vehicle financing. So talk to us about that. Right now, majority of your financing still goes to pre-owned vehicles, but you're looking to increase the share of the first-time new vehicles that you're financing as well.
Yeah, you are right. It is a strategic decision. We wanted to focus on our core business. Our core business is to lend to business activity, mobility solution for the individuals. And when it comes to mobility solution, then we have to focus on what is most convenient to the individuals. And we found that there are a lot of aspirational people who would like to buy for the asset for the first time. And especially when it comes to two-wheeler, it's always people prefer to buy a new vehicle, and that's one. And also we would like to see what are the other challenges people have in looking for mobility. Now imagine the evolution of a green vehicle, that is electric vehicle. That is something we would like to be very keen and want to participate right from the beginning of the journey of electric vehicle, because not only it is new to India, it's not new to the people, it also gives as a sustainable resource management for the entire the community per se. So we are not looking at financing the two-wheeler or three-wheeler or four-wheeler. We are also looking at charging station. We are also looking at solar panel being financed, because government is now giving a lot of subsidies or support to the people who would like to convert into more of a green solution.
Right.
So we would like to be there, and we want to be part of an initial journey itself, so that we learn our business model, we make proper adjustment into our business model in the beginning itself.
Right. Talking about green solutions, you're also getting into financing electric vehicles as well, aren't you?
Yeah, green is basically electric vehicles.
Not just charging stations. So you're financing everything from electric vehicles to charging stations, the entire ecosystem.
Yeah, entire ecosystem. That's the idea. But just by financing vehicles, you are not going to address all the issues. By creating an ecosystem, you are also supporting the environment. That's the idea behind it.
And look at Bharat Mobility Global Expo. Here the headline seems to be electric vehicles. All major car makers are launching electric vehicles. So EV is the theme of this Auto Expo as well.
Yeah, it is likely to be. We need to see how things are shaping up. I have had to visit to different stalls and find
Fair
out.
enough.
But I definitely feel there will be a bigger focus on the green. And also for India, imagine Indian manufacturing, if you look at, we have most of the whether it is say IC engine or gearbox, most of them are imported. So we are not actually original manufacturer of many of the parts. So for us, adopting and moving on to green is easier, because we have certain experience in electric engine, and then onwards, if you are able to find right solution for the battery technology, and there is sufficient, I was told, the research in India on the battery technology. If it is matching, then India can be a major hub going forward. The way China has already emerged as a leader, so India can easily move into that line without really disturbing the other ecosystem that is built for ICE. So I think we have a very comfortable situation now in experimenting and going into the new ecosystem, which will be not only sustainable, but also would become cheaper. That's what I believe.
Okay, you believe it could be cheaper as well, not just sustainable. Let's also talk about the CSR space, the corporate social responsibility space. How do you think India Inc. is performing when it comes to CSR? And more importantly, talk to us about Shriram Finance's CSR initiatives.
See, we have been always trying to help people, the community which we have been serving. In the sense, we are in the logistics ecosystem, lending to buying vehicle. So we would like to be in that environment and see. So what we have done is, we are initially training the drivers, not even existing driver to become better drivers, so that there is less fatigue, the less accident, and better driving for them. That's one thing. And the driver training is something which we have done for more than 10 years, because there is a huge driver shortage. There is less enthusiasm for people to take up driving as a profession, because of the not so much of encouragement from the society, or maybe even income. Once we give them a proper training, once they are capable of driving heavier truck or more complicated engines and machines or vehicles, then their earning can become 3 times or 4 times. So we want to encourage that, so that you get some respect for that profession, and that's one thing. So, and shortage of driver get addressed indirectly. And we are also giving a lot of education support for the community, driving community as well, because we should understand that a driver typically drives the vehicle for 20-25 days and out of home, and he may not be visiting home as often as other parents. And there is a directional issue for the children. So we felt that people from 8th standard onwards to 12th standard, if you are able to give them some kind of a scholarship, they are likely to continue and finish 12th. And once it comes to 12th, then he'll take a call what he should do further. Because he'll be around 18 years at that time, and We also are now find solution and give some kind of support for the higher education as well. Now, initially it is focused on professional courses. Then over the period, we would like to support other. So one is this community, and also the mechanics, two-wheeler mechanics, giving them basic training. Because in the smaller towns, there are not enough trained mechanics. And also today, because of the change in the technology, IC engine itself is going for a change. And most of the movement of the engines need to be addressed through a laptop. Even a truck today, when I visited one of the mechanic shop in Vijayawada, which is hub of transportation, he told me, sir, why don't you donate us a laptop? Because we need laptop to really understand where the challenges are in the engine, if there is engine problem. So that means there is a new evolving technology coming, and the EV is nothing but moving computer.
Okay.
There are so you need to train people in different ways. So we are also focused on that.
Okay.
So we are also giving a lot of medical assistance, because many of them, they do not have medical facilities. The driver community where they stay out of town, most, they don't have medical facilities. We have provided mobile vehicles going there and checking up for free checkup, and also free medicine. So we have done more than 2 million customers, sorry, not customers, 2 million community people, patients, who can come and do freely. So these are all the things which we do.
Okay.
And we would like to be more associated with the government, because even the higher driver or what you call the training also gets a certificate from the National Skill Development Council, and that certificate is equivalent to 12th standard pass, or he can get a job which is 2 to 3 times more than what he is already earning. So these are all things we feel that being a part of the community, supporting the system, we can really help the community around us. That's the way we would like to look at CSR. I do not want to comment on how others do CSR, India Inc. doing CSR, but how Shriram does CSR, I can tell.
Okay. One last thing, talk to us about the growth path for Shriram Finance. What are the targets you're looking to achieve?
See, we can easily grow around 15% year on year. That's the initial guidance we have given. And right now, for last 1.5 years, we are going at around 20%, because the environment has been good. There is a lot of positivity. There is a lot of credit demand, and we also have increased our capability because of the merger. We have merged two entities, Shriram Transport Finance and Shriram City Finance, cross-selling the products and making more product available, and using the data analytics better, and understanding the customer requirement, customizing the product. All those things we have done in the last 2 years, and that has given us the higher growth, higher margin, lower credit cost. So everything has been very positive post-merger, and we are hopeful that we will continue to give this kind of what you call good results to the stakeholders and make them happy.
And what are your expectations from the upcoming Union Budget 2025?
See, budget is something which I expect. Last 1 year, if you see, the government spend has come down significantly, because that is the India's growth is mostly dependent on government spend. The private capex is not still moving the way we expected. Even the consumption also looks a little weak, because I feel there is not enough job created. The infrastructure spend creates a lot of unskilled and semi-skilled jobs, and I think that's something last 1 year is missing because of the election and so many other reasons. I think in this budget the entire focus will be on the infrastructure, and also trying to give some kind of a support for private capex to come in, so that more jobs gets created. So the infrastructure, job creation, and supporting MSME small businesses are going to be a broad focus of this budget, is what I believe strongly.
All right. Mr. Revankar, thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much.